Okay, 8:45 on the dot. Let's get started. So those of you who take my on-site classes, you know that one of the things that we love to explore is different styles of music, whether it's tribal, whether it's jazz. We don't necessarily have those freedoms here in this online platform because of licensing. So I will have music. Hi, Luis Logan from Valencia. I will have music from a dear friend of mine, Guru Singh. He's a Kundalini Yoga, my Kundalini Yoga teacher. And he has some wonderful mantra music. And I think mantra is a wonderful thing to practice too. If you've been in my on-site classes with me, you've practiced to mantra music. And what mantra music helps us do is really relax the mind. Because there's a repetition to it, it starts to relax the mind and get us out of the mind and more into experiencing our energy, experiencing our emotions, experiencing the liberations and the contractions within the body and starting to explore those. Ada, good morning. Alejandra, good morning from Miami. Yay. Oh, so nice to have so many people. Okay, great, guys. Let's get started. So I'm going to roll back. Oh, hey, Lynn. Hi. If you make a comment or question during the time that we're practicing, I won't be able to see it. So I'll try and give us about 3 minutes after the end of class, and I'll come forward and answer some of the questions or respond to any of your comments. Okay, Lynn Warner from Manhattan Beach. All right. Oh, yeah, Lynn. Hey. Okay. Thanks, guys. Let's get moving. Let me get some music playing here. Please have a block or two close by. And I'd like you all to come onto your mat. Shake the legs out in front of you, and we're going to start by laying on the back. I'm going to reach my arms forward, tuck my tail down, pull my navel into my spine, and slowly roll down. Head comes down onto the mat. Start with one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Close the eyes. I'm going to take a deep inhale through the nose. Feel chest and belly rise. Feel chest and belly lower. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths here to connect us into our parasympathetic nervous system. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Reach those arms out, extend them out, palms face down to a T, knees come up to tabletop. My knees are extended straight up from my hips, and I just rock the hips from side to side a little bit. And then start rolling those knees in circles, massaging the low back. See if you can keep the eyes closed. I know when you're doing yoga by video, you feel very compelled to keep the eyes open on the video, but instead, close your eyes and keep your ears open and just listen to my cues to the best of your ability. And when we close the eyes down, we start to connect into our internal universe. We start to understand where there are imbalances, where there are restrictions, contractions, where there are dark places, right, unexplored areas, maybe of the psyche or within the body itself. Let's take 2 more rolls in this direction. And then hold center and switch. What you should feel while we're doing this is a nice massage in the muscles that support the low back and the muscles around the hip and the sacrum. Navel is supporting the spine, drawn in. Let's take 2 more. And hold center. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, twist both knees off to the right. Right hand touches the outer left knee, and I gaze to the left. Keeping that left shoulder grounded to the best of my ability. Getting a nice gentle twist through the waist. A stretch through the low back and the outer hip. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, knees come up center. Exhale, twist. Left hand touches the outer right knee, right hand grounds, right shoulder presses, close the eyes, and breathe in through the nose and out. Just getting the low back ready for the practice. One more time, inhale and exhale. Inhale, come center. Legs come up to the sky and straddle the legs out wide. Flexing through the soles of the feet, hands can support the outer thighs if you're tight in the inner thighs, and start rolling through the ankles. Okay, so we have a nice stretch in the inner thighs. We have a nice stretch in the hamstrings going on here. We're kind of working out some of the kinks in the joints of the ankle and in the bones of the feet. Reverse the direction of the roll of the ankles. One more full breath, inhale. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, soles of the feet to the sky, grab onto side edges of the feet, and pull the feet and knees down to the floor, rocking from side to side. Again, practicing the art of practicing with the eyes closed. Once you start getting into practicing with the eyes closed, you'll find yourself doing it all the time because it feels so nourishing. It feels like some sort of communication going on within the body. All right, let's hold center, inhale. And as you exhale, hands come under the hinges of the knees, and let's start rocking up and down the length of the spine. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Just massaging the muscles that support the spine, distributing energy through the central channel of the spine called the Shushmana. This is a very important energy channel within the body. Let's come back up center, inhale, and come into a cross-leg position at the front of the mat. Hands are on the shins, and we're going to roll into the hips, roll in through the chest, into Sufi Circles. Inhale and exhale. Eyes are closed, drawn up to third eye center. Massaging the internal organs, massaging the intestines. And feeling the breath moving through the lungs, stretching through those intercostal muscles as you lift and round. Let's go for 4 more in this direction. 3, 2, and hold center on the 1, reverse direction. Really lift and round through the spine. Liberate some of that tension in the back and in the shoulders. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and hold center. Chin to the chest. Rock the head from side to side. Let those shoulders drop away. We've been going through a lot of change lately, collectively speaking, and when we are in the midst of change, the sympathetic nervous system steps in, right? That fight or flight, that survivalistic quality within us, and that causes the muscles to tense, causes our breath to shorten, causes us to suppress the immune system, right? And inhibit our ability to digest food. And it's really important, roll in full circles, it's really important now to call in that parasympathetic nervous system, which we're doing through all these rolls and the eye closing and the breath control, because we want to keep our immune system really powerful. And when we're in fight or flight, the immune system is suppressed. So we have to get ourselves out of fight or flight in order to strengthen the immune system. Yoga is a wonderful way to do that, as long as you practice mindfully, right? Without stress, forcing, anxiety. Hold center and switch the direction of the roll on the mat. Close the eyes and just see how big the circles are that you can make. Nice long stretching circles in the mat. Good, and let's hold center. Release the hands off the thighs. Inhale, sweep the left arm overhead. Exhale, sweep the right arm overhead. Really reach and lengthen through the arms, like you're stretching to touch the outer limits, right? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep alive through the hands and the fingers, stretching through the waist, lengthening through the spine. Close the eyes and sweep through the space around you. Laterally flexing the spine, opening up the low back and the side body. And we're kind of stimulating some of the organs in the body here. We got liver, we got gallbladder, we got the kidneys, and this contract and extend action starts to kind of squeeze them like a sponge, getting rid of old toxins and blood and bringing in refreshed, new oxygenated blood. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Plug the shoulders down and away. Exhale, hinge, bow forward. Tent up on the fingers. And then tuck the head and chin down. Breathe and stretch through the low back. Long, deep breathing. Eyes are closed. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, look forward and roll over onto the hands and knees into a tabletop position. Okay, so if you find that you're kind of tight in the hamstrings or you have a tender low back, keep your block or your blocks at the top of your mat. That way, when you need them, you can easily reach for them as opposed to them being at the back edge of the mat. Okay, hands are under the shoulders, widespread fingers, knees are under the hips, toes are curled under or feet are flat on the ground. I'm going to inhale, lift my chin and my tail, exhale, round and tuck, cat-cow. Powerful breath. Liberating energy through the whole core center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift chin and tail. Exhale, round, tuck and dome. Inhale, come center, neutral spine. Okay, my right arm reaches up high to the sky, stacking one shoulder on top of the other. And then I exhale, lace that arm under, drop my right shoulder and temple to the ground. Left hand walks up to the top of the mat. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Good. Breathing into that space. Pressing heavy on the right shoulder, pressing heavy into the left hand. One more breath. Inhale, bring it right up center. Exhale, neutral spine. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left arm stretches up high. Stack shoulders. Exhale, lace under, drop left shoulder, left temple to the ground. Right arm stretches up to the top of the mat and presses. Feeling the left side body muscles pulling away from the center line of the spine. This feels really good. Creating a lot of space in the vertebrae. Let's breathe into the stretch. Eyes are closed. Let's take one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Rise it up. Let's curl those toes under and press it back into a downward dog. Okay, so hands are spread wide. My toes curl under. My head hangs heavy, chin to the chest. And I start pedaling through the feet and wagging the tail. Shoulders press away from the ears. Shake that head loose. Really just get into the body here. Wagging the tail. Strong hands. Eyes of the elbows are turning toward one another and then up to the sky to engage those triceps. All right, let's ground both heels to the best of your ability. Press heavy in the hands. Head hangs loose. Navel draws in. Inhale, lift up high on the toes. Keep those hips high and then just tip both heels to the left side. Ground heavy through the right hand. You'll feel a long side body stretch on the right. Breathe. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come center high in the toes, and then tip both heels to the right. Press heavy through the left hand. Breathe into the ribs. Good. Inhale, come center. Bend the knees, look forward to the hands. Exhale, step into the hands. Let's inhale, lift to a flat spine. And then bend the knees, bow forward, grab onto opposite elbows, and pull them toward the floor. Let's rock from side to side. Like a pendulum. Keep any degree of bend in the knees that you need to keep those hamstrings happy right now. We're just gently inviting the body into the practice. There are parts of the body that may be resisting this invitation. So we'll be gentle with them. Head is heavy. Low back should feel nice and easy. And if not, bend the knees further. All right. Now come back center, release those hands. Hopefully I stay in the frame. Most of it I do. Hands come up overhead, join the palms. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Inhale, sweep up high. Exhale, hinge and bow forward. Inhale, lift to flat spine. Ground the hands, step it back to a high plank, and let's hold here in high plank. Strong arms, elbows turn, eyes of the elbows turn forward, extending through the crown of the head. Good. Breathing, no holding. Keep that navel engaged. Breath is key here. If we're not breathing during periods of stress in the body, we're creating a lot of tension and inflammation. So keep that breath flowing. One more time. Good. Bend the knees, come down onto the belly. Let's bend the right knee. Right hand reaches behind, grabs onto right foot or ankle. And then press the pelvis down to the ground as you pull the foot toward the glutes. Feeling a long stretch in the hip flexor and in the quad. The key to this pose here is pushing the pelvis down toward the ground. Turn the tail down so you feel the length in the front of the leg. Okay. One more breath. And now we're going to keep that left hand grounded under the left shoulder, ground strong through the left foot. And for 3 little series here, 3 little parts, we're going to inhale, lift, and kick. Exhale, come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Release. Right hand under right shoulder. Left knee bends, left hand grabs back. Press the pelvis down and pull the foot toward the glutes. Breathe into this quad and hip flexor stretch. Okay, take an inhale. Exhale. And now grounding strong through right hand and right foot. I'm going to inhale, kick. Exhale, come down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Hands interlace at the base of the spine. And let's roll over onto the left shoulder. Both hands stay interlaced behind. You can either ground the head or take a block under your head and place the block under your head. I'm going to ground my right foot behind my left, slide my left foot forward, and then extend the knuckles away from my body, stretching through shoulders and chest. Turning the belly up to the sky. And really reach those knuckles away from the body as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Good. Exhale. Release. Come down onto the belly. And again, interlace those hands. And roll over onto the right shoulder. Kickstand the left leg down behind. Point strong through the right leg. Lift those knuckles up and away. Breathe through the chest. Try and join the palms to touch. 2 more. One more. Exhale, release the hands. Come down onto the belly. Hands come under the shoulders. Bend the knees, curl the toes. Press it back, downward dog. Head shakes loose. Feet pedal through. All right, inhale, lift up high in the toes, bend the knees, look to the hands, step or hop to the hands. Inhale, lift flat spine. Exhale, reach the hands behind, knuckles away, bend and bow, knuckles come up over the back of the head, shoulders away from the ears, and shake that head loose. See if you can transfer the weight into the toes. Pull those shoulders up and away from the ears. One more breath. And as you exhale, sweep those hands down. Inhale, rise. Join the hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hinge and bow. Inhale, lift flat spine. Exhale, ground the hands. Slide it back to a high plank. All right, let's ground the left knee. Left foot turns off to the side of the mat. Inner arch of the right foot grounds. Right hand reaches up and stretches over. Now plug that shoulder away. Reach the fingers long and strong. Turn the belly up toward the sky. Inhale. Stretch and reach through the skin. Reach through the side body. One more time. As you exhale, reach that right hand to the back of the room. Lift the right foot up off the ground. Bend the right knee. Grab onto the right foot. Kick the foot into the hand and stretch. Kicking the foot further away from the body. Gaze and belly are turning up toward the sky. If your balance allows, maybe close the eyes and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale to release. Turn the right hand down onto the ground, come up to a high plank. Bend the right knee, right foot turns off to the side, inner arch to the left foot grounds. Left arm reaches up and stretches over. Anchor through that back foot and reach long through the fingers. Belly turns up to the sky. One more full breath as you reach long through the skin, through the body. And as you exhale, left hand reaches the back of the room. Left foot lifts up off the ground. Bend and kick the foot into the hand. Stretch that foot further away from the body. Feel the chest open, hip flexor and quad stretch. One more full breath. And exhale, release. Turn the heart down. High plank. With or without support of the knees, bend into the elbows. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, press it back, downward dog. Right leg rises up high behind. Ground through that back left heel. Head hangs heavy. Press strong through the right foot. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, bend the knees, step the foot between the hands. Hold in a low lunge, extend through the crown of the head, lift through the chest. Let's bend the left knee. Inhale, rise, arms sweep up. Sink the hips toward the right heel, heart to the sky, head leans back. Good, now take those arms, bend the elbows out to the side. Elbows pull back toward one another, head hangs back if the neck allows. And breathe into this heart and hip opener. Maybe close the eyes. One more time, inhale. Good, exhale, hands come to the heart center. I'm going to heel toe my right foot out to the right about an inch. So my base is a little wider. I'm going to take a deep inhale. I'm going to exhale and twist. My left elbow comes across my right knee. And I use that leverage to further twist my body and my gaze up over my right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe into the pose. Maybe close the eyes. One more time. Good. Exhale, release the hands, frame the foot. Lift up on the ball of the back foot and anchor the inner arch. We're going to inhale, rise, warrior one. Sink down into the front thigh. Hip points are facing forward. My arms stretch to the sky, my shoulders plug away. Breathe into the front thigh. Feel the heat generating in that muscle. Good, and breathe. One more full breath in through the nose. As you exhale, turn the belly to the left side. Let's ground the right forearm on the right thigh. Left hand reaches up and bend the elbow, sweep it around behind, grab onto the hip crease. Shoulder plugs away, sink down into the stretch. Breathe. One more full breath. As you exhale, look down toward that right foot. Keep the bind, but release. Keep that right leg into a bend. Right arm stretches up and high behind. Keep the hips low. Stretch through the right arm. One more breath. Good, now release the bind, cartwheel the hands down. Take your hands down under the shoulders and slide the right foot back so it's under the hips. Left leg extends up high behind, pressing through the sole of the foot. All right, extending through the crown of the head. Now you may need blocks here if you want to lift yourself up so you can lengthen through the spine a little more. And feel free to walk your hands or the blocks toward that right foot. Nose comes toward knee. Launch the left foot up a little higher. Standing split. Shake the head loose. And breathe. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Hips sink low, navel is tight, tail turns down. Right arm comes in front of the heart. Left elbow comes into right elbow crease. Now, depending on your shoulder flexibility, either grabbing onto the shoulders works here, or you want to take it a step further, wrap the forearms into eagle arms. Sink those hips, lift the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Weight is in the toes, head hangs heavy. Breathe into the back here. The more you squeeze those elbows together, the more the muscles in the back start to spread and stretch. If your hands are wrapped around your shoulders, the more strongly you squeeze your hands onto the opposite shoulder, the same holds true. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands. Sweep it up to inhale. Join the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hinge and bow. Ground the hands, slide it back to a high plank. With or without the support of the knees, we bend into the elbows. Inhale, either low cobra or press on hands and feet, upward dog. Exhale. Press back, downward dog. I'll keep an eye on time. It's a little shorter. All right, left leg rises high. Pressing through the sole of the foot, head hangs heavy. Slide that left foot in between the hands. Ground the right knee. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, sink the hips toward the heels, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Feel the hip opening, bend the elbows, head hangs back, elbows draw toward one another. Breathe into the chest. Now hands come to the heart center. I'm going to heel toe my left foot out about an inch. I'm going to twist my navel across my left thigh, hook my right elbow onto the thigh, left thigh, and gaze up over my shoulder as I breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Exhale, ground the hands. Lift up on the ball of the back foot. Turn the inner arch down. Sweep up. Warrior one. Sink into the front thigh. Hip points are facing forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in nice and deep. Inhale. Exhale, let's turn the belly to the right side, ground left forearm on left thigh, right hand reaches up high to the sky. Bend that elbow, sweep it behind. Grab onto some fabric of your clothes or grab onto that hip crease. Turn the heart up to the sky, shoulder plugs away from the ear, and breathe. Does anyone else feel a difference in their muscles from being homebound for 2 weeks? I sure do. They're just a little bit more cranky. Okay, one more breath. Exhale, look down. Now keep the deep bend in the knee, keep the bind, sweep the left arm up, sink down and reach through that left arm. Inhale, exhale. Breathe into the pose. One more time. Exhale, release, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the foot, then slide that foot in under the pelvis. Right leg reaches up high behind. Either blocks or tented fingers. Pressing back through the sole of the foot. Hip points are parallel to the floor, extending through the crown of the head. Now let's gently walk the hands or the blocks with hands. Closer to the foot, launch that right leg up high behind you. Shake the head loose. Feeling left hamstring. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, slide that right foot down next to the left. Sink the hips down, rise up through the torso. Chair pose. Again, tail is turned down, navel's pulled in. Left arm comes in front of the heart, right elbow comes inside left. Either grab opposite shoulders or wrap the forearms to eagle arms. Lift the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, hinge and bow. Weight is in the toes. Head hangs heavy. Either squeeze opposite shoulders or squeeze those elbows together as you breathe into the back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Hands up overhead, join the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hinge and bow. Inhale, lift flat spine. Ground hands, slide it back, high plank. With or without knees, bend into the elbows. Inhale, either low cobra or upward dog. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Knees are wide, butt to the heels, tent up on the fingers, forehead to the ground. You're going to lift your head and walk your right hand all the way off of your mat and the left hand as well. Press heavy through the left hand and push down and forward through the right hand. And feel a nice long stretch through the left side body. Keep those hips grounded. And really breathe into the space. We want to keep the lungs happy, healthy, and able to have a lot of capacity, right? So stretching through the side body, getting into the intercostals, and then challenging our breath to go deeper is going to really help keep the lungs healthy. And right now, it's a very important thing to do. You want to keep those lungs really healthy, active, and strong. All right. Let's inhale, walk through the center and then all the way over. Left hand touches far off to the off the mat. Right hand does as well. Press heavy through the right hand and push through the left. Right hip sinks to right heel. Long side body stretch through the right. Breathe into those intercostal muscles. Breathing into the space in the shoulder blade that gets really cranky. And let that belly really inflate. We have a tendency to try and keep the belly looking really flat and tight, and sometimes to the detriment of our breathing. So breathe like an infant would, or breathe like a dog would, like full into the belly. No shame. One more. All right. Let's come back center. And let's rise up. Knees come onto the body. And I'm going to stand on my knees. Curl the toes under. My hands come onto my sacrum. I'm going to push my pelvis forward and soften the glutes, right? We have a tendency to like really grip into the glutes, really try and be soft in the glutes, but engage in the navel center. My elbows draw together. My chin can stay to the chest. If you like, the head can also hang back depending on the situation going on in your neck. If you have neck injuries or challenges, keep that neck close, chin to the chest, okay? Now, you can either stay here, or if you like, one hand can come to one heel, another hand to the other heel. Either chin stays to chest or head hangs back. Let's breathe into that for a moment. Remember, glutes are soft, navel's engaged. The first or second option, which we're in right now, maybe as far as you want to go. If you'd like to go further, let's lift that left hand up and over. Okay, you can even do this also with the hands on the sacrum. And really stretch and reach. Head goes in whatever direction feels best for your neck. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, swing it around. Either put it on the sacrum or the heel. Right hand reaches up. Chin to chest or head hangs back. Soften the glutes. Feel the stretch in the thighs, hip flexor, belly, and chest. One more breath. Exhale. And now wherever you are, let's see if we can do both. Hands. Inhale. Hips shift forward as my torso reaches back. Good. One more. Now exhale, sink the butt back to the heels. Interlace the hands behind the back. Forehead comes down to the ground. We're going to counter pose in the low back. And lift those knuckles up over the shoulder blades. Okay, so either the forehead is grounded, or if you'd like to get a deeper stretch in the back of the neck, tuck the chin to the chest and try and put more of the crown of the head onto the ground. Breathe into the low back. Breathe into the shoulders. One more time. Exhale, release the hands. Bring them under the shoulders. Lift up through the torso. Let's hips up, curl toes under, press back, downward dog. Right leg rises high behind. And as you exhale, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Slide the left leg back, pigeon prep. Inhale, lift up through the torso. See if you can sink those hips down. Now for those of you who might be really high in the hips and this is already feeling a little tense, take a block or a pillow nearby and slide it under the booty. And that way you'll get that support to make it a little less irritating to the physical body and the nervous system. Inhale, exhale slowly. Walk the torso down. Forehead to the ground, shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. When we open up into the hips, we're opening up a lot of emotional tension, right? It's said that we hold a lot of our emotions in the hips and in the chest. I would go so far as to say we also hold it in the jaw, right, in the muscles of the jaw. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then inhale, hands come up under the shoulders. Let's curl that left toe under, rise the hips up, slide that right leg back, downward dog. Shake the head loose. Inhale, left leg rises up high behind. Bend the left knee, bring it down to the left wrist. Ground the right knee, slide right leg back. Same rules apply with the block or the blanket if you need to put it under the left hip. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale slowly like you're laying pearls down on a dresser. Lay the spine down on the ground. Shoulders away from the ears. And obviously you're aware of your hips. You're probably aware of your shoulders and your breath going into your belly. Bring some awareness to the muscles in the hands and the feet. Bring awareness to the mouth and the jaw and the tongue. Get rid of any tension in those areas and really just let yourself soften. Long, full, deep breaths. Serving the body, serving the mind, serving our immune system. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale, walk the hands up under the shoulders. Let's swing that right leg around. And I'm going to be facing you, but obviously you'll be on the full length of your mat. I'm going to take my right foot, cross it over my left knee. Maybe, depending on the flexibility in your hips, you might be able to pull that left foot in. Now, if it is the case that the left foot is pulled in, but you're kind of like ungrounded under the right glute, then extend that leg back out. But if you find that you can remain grounded through both hip points while this left foot is pulled in, then great. I'm going to take my right arm, circle it up, tent it up behind my tailbone. Left arm, inhale, rises up. Exhale, karate chops across my thigh as I twist and gaze over my right shoulder. Twists are a really wonderful thing to do during flu season or during a time when a lot of people are getting sick, because it gets rid of a lot of toxins and stagnancies in the organs, and it promotes digestion. And a lot of our immunity lives in the intestinal tract. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Keep the position of the legs and then turn the body forward. I'm going to ground my left hand about 5 inches away from my left hip. Turn my navel and chest toward the left side. My right hand grabs onto my left tricep, and I give it a good tug. And this tension of the tug allows me to open up through the back of my neck and space between the shoulder blades as I tuck my chin down toward my chest. Maybe rock the head from side to side. If you're not feeling anything here, cue yourself to make sure you're grounded strong through the left hand and pulling strong with the right hand on the left tricep. Should liberate some tension here in the upper back and neck. All right, one more breath. Exhale. Release. Inhale, rise. And undo the bind of the legs. Other side. Left foot crosses over right. Right foot pulls in as long as my hips can remain grounded. If not, that leg stays extended. My left arm rises up, circles behind, tense up on my tail, behind my tailbone. Right arm rises up and comes across the right thigh as I use that as leverage to twist and gaze over my left shoulder. Lengthen through the crown of the head, lift up through the torso, so you're lifting the ribs away from the pelvis. And breathe into that twist. Your spine is very happy doing this. And breathe. One more time, inhale. Exhale, keep the posture, turn the head forward. Right hand grounds very strong with palm next to the right hip. My belly turns to the right. My left hand grabs onto my right tricep and I pull. Tip the head down and rock the head from side to side. Feeling some tension between the shoulder blades and the upper crest of the shoulders and in the back of the neck. Keep your breath moving, it's very important. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. And inhale, center, release the arms, release the legs forward. I'm going to reach my arms forward, long through the spine, tuck my tail, and slowly roll down. Right. Walk my heels in close to my bum. Lift my hips up off the ground. Interlace my shoulders, interlace my hands and walk my shoulders under the ribs. Chin is to the chest, so I'm long through the back of the neck. And I really press into my feet so my hips will rise. Now let's do some really good belly breaths here. Feel as if the belly is tenting up to the sky as you inhale through the nose. Exhale. Feet are fully grounded. Exhale. 2 more. Last time. Exhale, release the hands. Articulate the spine down from the shoulders to the tail, 1 vertebrae at a time. And we're going to come into Plow Pose. I'd like you to be very conscious of your neck here when you're in Plow Pose. The gaze should be straight up between the legs as opposed to looking from the left or the right. Okay, my knees are going to come up tabletop, my hands are grounded solid. I will show a modification for this in a moment. So for those of you who want to get into Plow and who are ready to get into Plow, join me. Those of you who are waiting for a modification, I'll bring that in a moment. Ground my hands, lift my knees up over my eyebrows. Actually, further away. Knees up over my eyebrows. My hands come to support the low back. And I extend my legs long. Maybe I touch the toes to the ground. Okay, like I said, the gaze remains up between the legs. If your toes are touching, you can interlace the hands and extend them toward the floor. If your toes are not touching, it's best that you have the hands to support the low back for some stability here in the spine. Okay, so for my plow people, please stay in this pose, and I'll come out of it to show the modifications. So modifications 1 can just be knees bent, soles of the feet to the sky with the hands supporting the low back. Another modification requires first coming down, then lifting the hips up, taking a block, bringing those knees up over the head, up over the hips. And another modification can be either knees pulled into the chest, stretching through the low back, or coming into a tabletop position, okay? So my modification people, please employ what feels best for you. And let's take 3 full breaths in this remaining time we have. Last time. Okay, all my friends who have your hands on the low back, please ground the hands. Slowly articulate the spine down. For my friends who are on a block, please first ground your feet, then lift your hips up and take the block out. All right, everybody. Left leg grows long, right leg comes up to tabletop, right arm extends out, left hand guides right knee across the body to twist. Feel a nice stretch in the low back. Really try and ground through that right shoulder. One more breath. And exhale, release. Left knee comes up, tabletop, right leg is long. Right hand guides left knee across to twist. Gazing over the left shoulder is grounded. Two more breaths. And release. Legs extend down your mat. Feet and thighs turn out natural. Shake them loose. Let the tailbone grow down. Palms face up next to the hips. Shoulders track down and away from the ears. Chin to the chest, long through the back of the neck. Jaw softens. Tongue relaxes in the mouth. Ears fall back. Eyes sink back. And relax in Savasana. You stay grounded. I'm going to slowly come up and play a little sound healing for you. Just doing your best to feel the weight of your body on the mat. Gently scanning your body, energetically speaking, to assess whether there's any tension still held. And consciously breathe into any of that tension, whether it's in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your belly, in your hips, in your feet. Everyone take a deep sigh. Inhale. Inside out. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Give yourselves a good hug. And make this hug one of gratitude for yourself. You know, I think anyone who's been practicing yoga for any length of time comes to understand that life is just better with the practice. We start to become more aware of ourselves more intimately. Rolling onto one side into fetal position. The mat is like a microcosm for the macrocosm. What we experience here on the mat, you know, putting ourselves in challenging positions and then training ourselves to be calm and breathe through the experience and then expand the experience, right? We learn that on the mat and then we take that into life. And I commend you all for continuing with your practice during this and applying your practice to the manner in which you're handling the situation that we're facing globally. Thank God for yoga, right? If we could get everyone practicing yoga, the world might be a different place. But this is a good start, right? People have nothing better to do. So please share these links with everyone, and especially for those of you who think most need it. Pressing yourselves up into seated cross-leg position. I left myself a few minutes just in case there's any questions or comments. I'd like to share with you also my upcoming schedule too, in case you want to practice with me again. Let's rub the hands together, stimulating 72,000 energy channels in the body. We call them nadis. And let's bring the palms into prayer pose at the heart center. When we join the hands in prayer pose, we're balancing the right and left hemispheres of the brains. It's a very stabilizing mudra. Let's close the eyes and draw them up to third eye center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Suspend that breath. Bring the folded hands to third eye center, blessing that you'll be guided by intuition and have the wisdom and courage to follow it. Exhale, bowing forward. Namaste. Release the hands. Well, it was lovely practicing with you guys, and we'll be doing this virtually every Sunday for the foreseeable future. Let me see if there's any questions here. And please, now that we're done practicing, feel free to ask any questions or share any insights that came to you while you were practicing. You know, I'm so glad to share here. Iced peony. Thanks, Kara. Howard, hamburger. Glad that you like that, Howard. Lynn, thank you so much. You're welcome. Louise Logan, thank you. Wonderful class. Wonderful. Ada, thank you, from South Bay. Yeah, in the house. I'm in Manhattan Beach right now. Lori, wonderful class. Thank you. Shelly C, thank you, Kara. Erica Granberry, thank you so much. Namaste. Love you, sister. Andrea, thank you. Felisa, namaste. Love you. I'm enjoying our virtual time together, says Erica. Me too. If I can't see you in person, at least we have this together. So thanks. Kimberly Lindgren, thank you. So amazing stretches, explanations, yoga vibes. Yay. Does this link work for all of your classes? It does. So that yogaworks.com/classes/live basically brings you to a list of classes. So it will always bring you to my classes. You'll just have to find it in the list. And before I address any more of those questions, while you guys are still on the platform here, Mondays and Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern through YogaWorks Live, I'll be teaching Kundalini Yoga. If you've not tried Kundalini Yoga, I highly suggest it. It's a wonderful spiritual, energetic moving practice. It's kind of like yoga's version of Tai Chi or Qigong. It's very spiritual and very energetically cleansing. So during times like this is very powerful practice that's very helpful. And then every Saturday on my own YouTube channel, I do a Kundalini class, for donation. You don't have to donate. It's totally up to you. And that would be on my YouTube channel, Kara Looney. You could subscribe. You can find me at my website, www.karalooney.com. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. My handle is Kundaluni. Okay, let's see. CJ Lawrence. Thank you. Just what I needed. Wonderful. So glad, CJ. SG, thank you so much. Stavros, yes. Paul, great class. Thank you. Kara, great class. Best way to start my day. Gail Kent, thank you from Silicon Valley. It's lovely you talk about what we are all going through. It makes it real. I hear you. I hope other teachers are doing the same. Melinda Manley. Kara is an amazing Kundalini teacher. So Melinda's giving an additional shout out to practice Kundalini. Thanks, Melinda. Let me see where we are on time. We have about 2 minutes left in case anybody has any further questions. I really enjoyed practicing with you guys. I can feel your energy, and I hope you can feel each other's energy when you practice. It's really important to get that sense of community, and I think live makes it much better than, say, recordings. So if you can participate in live classes, you kind of get that nourishment. Yeah, Lynn, hug Honey. Yeah, where is Honey? Honey, come here. Ever since that class where I taught Kundalini, where I accidentally elbowed her in the head, she hasn't been participating in any live stream classes. I think she's been turned off from the experience. All right, guys. Well, it looks like it's about time. I hope to see you guys Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern for Kundalini Yoga, and on Wednesday as well. And then Saturdays on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and you'll get notifications. If you'd like to get on my email list, just go to my website, karalooney.com, and get on the mail list. Or you can just simply email me at karalooneyyoga@gmail.com. Oksana, thank you so much. You're welcome, sister. Can you